Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Achieving Alpha and welcome back to another episode of Smart Money Analysis for today, that is 10th of May 2021. And the markets have been pretty confusing. There is not much movement, there is a lot of volatility, but on both sides. So you will see a zigzag kind of movement, but no clear trend or direction. So let's have a look and try to analyze what happened today. So in the morning itself, I told you that the markets are opening around 15,000 to 15,000 level. They didn't open up till 15,000, but that's what the SGX Nifty was indicating. But I clearly told you that there could be some good amount of decay in the options today. So you should keep that in mind while buying options, because this Thursday particularly is a trading holiday due to Eid, and that's why the expiry for this particular week is going to be on Wednesday. And that's what we saw. We saw some really good theta decay in options, and it would have been really hard if you had bought options for today, be it a call or a put, because there was just a zigzag movement and the market stayed where it opened. So there was basically a lot of theta decay and not much movement happening around. So that's one thing. Let's try to analyze, or before that, let me just also tell you that I told you that there was a possibility of a violent move on either side, and the probability was downwards. Now, this possibility of a violent move was basically because the market had consolidated for too long, and this downwards movement was again coming from the model which I have told you about, and because basically the global cues were also pretty much turning out to be bearish, not too much bearish, but they did give up from their highs. So this was based on that. But again, we saw a very flattish kind of day. But still, if you would have shorted calls at this particular movement, so you would have seen. So I posted this around 1250. If I show you the bank nifty candle around 1250, so you saw that you got really good candle after that, and this big bearish candle is what we got. So again, we can say that the model was able to predict this in advance. That's one thing. And as I mentioned, that if you would have bought a put, maybe you would not have made a lot of money in this particular candle. But I told you in the morning itself that option buying might not be a very good idea, because the decay would be very fast. So if at all you would have shorted a call, I am sure that you would have gained not a lot, because I was expecting that the market should fall further, but it just fell, and after that it basically consolidated and moved in a zigzag kind of thing. In Nifty also, if I show you, so this is a 1250 candle, this one, and you will see that after that we saw a really big bearish candle. So that's what we have here. So you could have shorted a call here, but as I mentioned, it was no recommendation from my side. I was just sharing my personal thoughts and my views. So I hope that is clear. Let's have a look at the cash data and the derivatives data for today. So again, this is seeming out to be very confusing. That's what I mentioned in the last video as well, that the FIIs and the DIIs are themselves not clear what to do, because this is really confusing. One day they sell, the other day they buy, and then there is no clear sort of a trend which can be seen emerging out of this particular data. That's one thing. DIIs, again, as I mentioned earlier, that they are not very much comfortable buying around at 15,000 levels, because maybe they think that it's not the correct valuation for Nifty as on date. So that's one thing. Let's have a look at the derivatives data, and let's try to have a look at the net long for today. So again, the net long, if you have a look, has again reduced by little over 1%. And that's what I'm telling you, right? That this is a concern, because the FIIs since the last 6 trading days haven't really been increasing the net long in the index futures, and that's not a very healthy sign, because generally we see that from 50 they do try to increase the net long in the futures, but this time they are not really confident, maybe about something, or maybe about the COVID situation in the country, or maybe something else that we as retailers don't really know. So this is a concern, and you will see that the longs have been reduced, the shorts have also been reduced, but the reduction is in longs is more compared to the shorts. And that's what you can see, that we are observing this constant activity in the index futures. And let's talk about option writing. So the put shorts in the index have increased by about 15%, and the call shorts have also increased by a similar magnitude, which is roughly about 15%. So in the option writing, the activity is pretty much neutral. Let's talk about option buying. So the call longs have increased by roughly about 16%, and the put longs have increased by roughly about 13%. So this could be a little bit of a bullish data, but again you see that from futures the net long has decreased by 1%. Option writing is almost neutral, and here is again slight bullish, not a lot bullish. So what I could say, or what I could conclude from this one, is that this is again sort of a neutral data, not too bullish, not too bearish, and that's why you will see rarely any movement in index. But it's not going to be for so long. I am pretty sure that in this week we will observe a good movement on either side. At least we should. Or who knows, the operators might try to consolidate the index furthermore. But that's what I'm telling you, right? That if you really want to play it safe, just wait for a closing above 15050 or below 14200, and that's where you will see some sort of one way trend emerging, because until then it's going to be both ways. So till then that happens, you can basically try to sell strangles, or you can basically focus on option selling rather than option buying, because today also, even if the movement would have occurred in your favorable direction, I doubt that you would have made money if you would have bought the options. So selling the call option was an appropriate choice for today. Let's have a look at the option chain. In the option chain, you will see for Nifty that some good amount of put writing has been done in lower levels. So you will see some good and heavy addition of puts at 14,900. You will see that the OI has increased by roughly about 373% today. So that could be considered positive. But again, there is not a lot of activity in this particular option chain, and it is Monday and we have the expiry on Wednesday. 15,000 again happens to be a good resistance as per the OI. But interestingly, this is what we discussed in the last video as well, that 15,200 has more OI than 15,000. So this time maybe people are a bit doubtful that 15,000 might be breached. But again, we'll have to watch and see what happens. So this is for the option chain. Let's talk about the global cues. So the global cues here are again looking pretty much confusing. This is almost, so Dow is mild positive, Nasdaq is mild negative, and European indices are almost trading flat. So there is a lot of confusion, and the best thing that I can suggest you is to basically reduce your quantity, or maybe not trade if possible, because the markets are pretty much confusing and it's very hard to capture these kind of moves. So you need to short, or you basically need to go long at the exact resistance or support. That's the only way that you can make money. So you basically need to be very much precise with your entry and exits, at least till we obtain a one-way direction in the markets. So that's something. And if at all we would have closed above 14,950 today, I would have called it a very strong closing. And in the last 15 minutes, you will see some good momentum coming up in both the indices, which is Nifty and Bank Nifty. So this is something which we really need to keep an eye for, and we need to really see what happens up next, because this is really confusing to trade in these kind of markets. Dollar again has seen some really good weakness since the last maybe 1 week or maybe more than that. But if at all we see a bounce back in dollar, that could be an issue for us. The situation is really not good, and what has held us high is only because of the global cues. The world markets are at an all-time high, and that is probably the reason that we are also not ready to fall or give some major correction at this moment. The jobs data in US came out on Friday. It was not very encouraging, but still the US markets are rallying pretty much high, and that is all because of the liquidity influx in the economy by the Fed. So that is something which we need to keep an eye for, and let's see how do US markets perform tonight. It's only about 6:30 p.m. as of now, recording this video early, because as I mentioned that I have been running into a lot of issues and a lot of things lately, so it's hard to manage time. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this particular video, and if you did, please consider pressing the like button, and if you're new here and coming here for the first time, subscribe to this channel for more such content. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end. Have a good day, take care, and bye bye.